I'm lucky to have my family. We're all very lucky to have a family who have supported us through our education and give us platforms like this stage to express ourselves openly and honestly. Can I ask you all a question? How can we find happiness if we know that we have the limit time on the planet Earth? My answer is love. Falling in love at the age of 15. I feel so many different things saying this. But how does a parent feel about this? Is it shameful? Is it dangerous? Or is it heartbreaking? Is love taught or human nature? One thing for sure is that it will happen to any of us, and we cannot stop someone from loving somebody else. Mid-October, I conducted a survey precisely 10 parents, local and foreign, all aged between 40 to 60, and I asked them what they thought about teenagers having a relationship and how they would react if the teenagers in a relationship. There are mixed answers. The responses were two extremes, disapproving and supportive. Now, what do you think about teenage love? Childish? Impulsive? Or maybe just an important part of growing up? Back in 2018, I got my first love. And his name is Axel. We only last for a month. But within that month, I felt like I've learned much more than being in any classroom. And I felt loved, protected, and important. And I've learned to respect someone, to truly love myself, and to trust someone. When sharing my story, I thought that people would feel happy for me, but it was far from what I expected. When I told my friends about I finally got my first kiss, and they were disgusted. People told me that love is headache. And my dad, he tried it every way to break us apart, but he failed. But I know exactly why he did it. My dad did it not because he does not want me to be happy, but because he wanted me to focus on something bigger, my future. I know that all the parents who are sitting in this room really care about their child. And the last thing that they want to do is to see their kids brokenhearted. Now, do we have any mothers here? Raise your hand if you are a mother. I want to ask Josh, you. Even though you don't have a kid, but can I ask you a question? You've spent 9 months and 10 days forming your heart, so just how would you react if your kid's having a heartbreak?
If my kid were heartbroken, I would. Okay. If my kid were heartbroken, I would try my best to be there for them, to tell them that it's just temporary, and that with time their heart will heal.
Okay,
That's all you can do.
I just want to say that parents, they're doing a really good job of protecting their child. However, it slowly becomes selfish when you only want the kids to yourself. The reason why teenagers fall in love is that they're curious about the opposite sex, and it's intriguing them, and it makes them want to find out the answer to their curiosity. Is teenager falling in love with something wrong? Then why? Why did the parents exaggerate it to make it feel like they just did something horrible and shameful? And let me share you one of my friend's story. She fell in love with another girl. And one day her mother found out about this. She hired a guy just to spy on her. And she even threatened her that if she's still in that kind of relationship, then she would be sent to another city to study for the rest of her high school. And she'd even make her to choose between her relationship and her family. And at the end, my friends thought that she just did something horrible and shameful. Instead of giving judgment, then why don't we teach the children that what type of person they should look at? Or before they love anyone else, they need to love themselves and the family first, because that will show them how to treat someone. If your kid is a girl, then show her. And show her the love that she deserves. And therefore, she will start to create a mindset that she has to find someone who will love her just like her family did. Or if your kid is a boy, and tell him to love his mother first. If he cannot respect his own mother, can people expect him to respect other girls? All the adults have something in common, is that they're all scared. They're scared that what if their child did something that they regret at the end? And let's take an example. Teenagers getting pregnant. They will not be accepted in this society. I've read a lot about parents turn their back with their own daughter because she got pregnant. And they made her abandon the child, but she disagrees with it. She was left devastated. And people started calling her with names like prostitute. I was wondering, why would people do that to such a poor girl? And why don't we teach the boy that they have to take the responsibilities for something that they have done? Or if the adults want to prevent teenagers from getting pregnant, then why don't we bring more sex education into our school system and our daily lives? And in fact, the number of sex education lessons that I have ever had in my whole entire life is just one, which is 45 minutes. And 45 minutes cannot change anything. What do parents actually want for their child? Success? Wealth? Happiness? But what makes people happy? Obeying society's norms? Limiting curiosity? Censoring the real world? And instead, people should encourage children's curiosity to grow and help them to explore it. Because the real world is filled with love and experiences. If parents are so keen on teaching their kids how to live a happy life, then why don't they just let them actually live in it? As I mentioned at the beginning, I'm not here to attack parents. And in fact, I wouldn't be here without education and confident to stand here today. So in some way, my parents have brought me here today. We all have respect to our parents. But if parents put themselves in our shoes, then they will understand that how much we need our parents to respect the choices that we've made, and how much it hurts when parents call our decisions stupid, and how much we need our parents to be by our side to make the right option. If only teenagers will be showered with much love and attention at home, they will be more careful with the decision that they make. Thank you.